Welcome to the Gabrielle Spencer Power Up Your Abundance podcast. Unlock and unleash your abundance by getting your no-charge MP3 at uanow.net/unlock.
Hello and welcome. This is Gabrielle Spencer. Thank you for being here today for our Power Up Your Abundance podcast. If you would like to get on the line and ask me a question or have me work on your greatest abundance block, go ahead and press *2. That will get you in line for me to call on you. I want to make sure that I thank everybody who has shared this podcast information on Facebook and in social media and to their email friends. So if you want to get in line, *2, and that will put you in line for me to connect with you. All right. I'm looking at Vancouver, Washington. Hello, this is Gabrielle.
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
Hi, this is Joy from Vancouver, Washington. Oh my God.
Hi, Joy.
Well, Gabrielle, I listen to you and I love hearing what, who you are and all about you. And I seem to have blossomed with my life's work and moving into who I really am in this world to serve others. I have ideas, and then, they don't go further than that. So that's what I would like help with.
All right, Joy. Let's see what we get. How's that? So when you tell me that you have ideas, we're going to start here because I think it's important. What I'm hearing is that you don't feel heard in general. So that would mean that whatever you're putting out there or you're thinking about, like you either are discounting it yourself, like, well, no, that's not going to really be interesting. People aren't going to really care about that. There are 8,000 other people doing the same thing, et cetera, et cetera. Or you've actually tried some things and thrown them out there and you didn't get much of a ripple, and so you thought, okay, that must not be it. So are any of those it, or is there something else that has come up as we've talked?
I think it's more of the first of what you said. I have these ideas, and then I say, well, you're right. So many other people have done that. What am I doing?
Okay. This is important because not feeling heard can manifest itself in many ways. And you will have your own message. And just like I teach on abundance, it has to do with opening your heart to abundance and having it in every way possible versus just money. There's no such thing as just one thing that's the answer to everything, right? So that's what I teach. That's right. My take on abundance and what I get from working with clients for, more than 10 years is that you have to have the whole enchilada in order for life to really be what you're hoping it's going to be. So for whatever you're feeling most drawn to do, which I actually feel that you already know what it is, it's just that you've discounted it. So this is where we're going to open you up, open your heart to being able to just go with it. And, I coach my clients with this all the time. Rarely do we see the end of what we're going for, okay? Every now and again, somebody might get a vision, kind of, wow, this is where I'm going, but I don't know how to get there. But generally, right, we're all going to get each step as it needs to be taken, and we might have an idea, but most often it doesn't actually go that way. It veers off into other directions, right? And that's fine. It's just you have to take that step and just trust that you're going to end up where you need to be and touch the lives of the people that you're going to touch. Because what I have found for myself and for the clients that I coach, people resonate with certain people. And there are also people you're meant to assist. I truly believe that energetically we come in with a mission, and it doesn't have to be that we're saving the world or humanity or anything like that. We're just touching people's lives, and that there are people that we're meant to call to us and that are meant to work with us to help them. It's kind of a symbiotic thing, right? So for you, I feel strongly that that's where your thought, the mental part has to be, which is there are people that I'm energetically connected to that I'm here to help, and not worry about what that actually looks like. Does that make sense?
That makes
How's that feel mentally?
It feels really good. It feels perfect.
Good. Now we'll be ready to do the energetic work, because now that your mind understands how it works, the rest of it can go away, because it's the mind that convinces you that everybody else is already doing it, and it's not that, it's like big deal. Okay, one more person added out there. Why would people choose me over somebody else, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I know, but it's okay. You've got your path, and I feel it really strongly that you have your path, but it is about stepping into your own inner power. I mean, that's what I coach all day long, stepping into your inner power, reconnecting to it, and being able to perform and step out and do what you're here to do while you are connecting to your own self-mastery. It's a perfect circle when it all starts working together. You heal yourself, advance yourself, raise your consciousness while you're doing it also to help others. So it's really cool. So let's just get to the work, right?
I like that. I like that.
It's a great little teaching, but it's so important for everybody to hear, because it really applies to every single person that's here with us live today and who'll hear this on the podcast, because it can be frustrating to feel like, but I'm just starting. And I'll share a tidbit that was shared with me not too long ago. But I was like, God, but there's always so many people ahead of me. And my own business coach said, and there always will be people ahead of you and people behind you and people at the same place as you. She's like, and who cares? What matters is your own path. And see, this is the point of being with people who get what we all do and resonate with it, because you immediately click into that. You get it. You're like, okay, yeah, duh, right?
Right.
But you just have to get started. And that, I said the same thing when she told me that. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. So you can't be like, okay, forget it. I'm going to try something totally new. This isn't about totally new. This is about you reconnecting to who you are within yourself, period. End of story. However that gets to play out around you and to the people that you connect with, that's the topping on the cake, is that by you connecting to who you are within, you're also able to serve others. That's the icing. Okay? See, I just had great fun explaining it all just that way. Here we go.
That. Perfect.
Thank you. I know it's good stuff. The mind is really awesome. I tell everybody, I love how the mind works, and it's about providing the mind good information. And once we do that, it's super simple to help with the energetic side, to allow your mind to let what needs to heal and be released to happen. So for you anyway, it's between your third and fourth chakra, so it's not quite up to your heart chakra, but awfully close. So we're going to unlock it. It feels like it's closed, locked. And so we're going to take that energetic, higher consciousness frequency that's needed to unlock it and provide you the higher energetics that you need to receive, to release the fear. There's fear there that's actually lodged about choosing something. In a way, that's a limitation, having to choose. But on the other hand, it will set you free, because what happens is when you choose one thing or focus on one thing, you and I have so much in common. We could have a whole discussion just with these topics you're bringing up, Joy, without hardly saying a word, right?
Right.
It's because your energy is great. I mean, we're having a whole conversation going on between your energetic self and higher self. So the thing is this, when you focus on one thing and you begin taking that road, other opportunities to expand that one thing and to touch other areas come into play. But when you're trying to do, let's say, 5 things or 3 things or 10 things is what I heard first with you, 10 things, 5 things. Okay, what happens is your energy gets diluted and then nothing does come to fruition because you're running around after 10 balls. Just imagine it.
Right.
It's really hard to catch any of those 10, right? And so for you, it's allowing this new concept of I'm going to choose the one that resonates with me the most. And that is the one that I'm going to follow, because the others will either be included with that at some later stage, or you end up opening actually something even more amazing that you don't see yet because you're not at the energetic frequency to reach it and open it. And that's where you're going, actually. These other things are just little things. And the reason you haven't found the thing is because you haven't started yet. You have to actually take the thing that most resonates, follow it, and it will open to the thing. But it's not going to even stay the thing forever. It's just along the journey, right? Does that help you?
Yes, that so helps me, Gabrielle, yes.
I'm so glad because we've opened up that area for you. And so now you just continue to use the MP3s of mine that you have to continue to open your heart. This is all about opening your heart and being able to bring in as much golden white light or whatever you resonate to into your heart and then out into the world around you, and to use that light in the various ways that I teach. So keep doing that, because the more open you get, the faster you will get to that thing that you know is out there and out of your reach, and it is out of your reach. You are correct, but once you get started, you will work your way there, and it will open up, sooner than later. And if you would like to talk to me more about it, you can go to uanow.net/apply, and then you and I can hook up. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
That's absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. I'm glad that helped
so
you.
Much.
Good. I'm
no
happy
idea.
for you, Joy. You just, I do. Like I said, you and I could talk to you about this for quite some time, but that's in a nutshell. We just gave a whole webinar to everybody about how to figure out what it is that you're meant to do, because it happens. We all know we're here for something. It's not being able to put your finger on it exactly, because it is at a frequency that's just out of your reach. It's like that fruit tree, and the fruit is just above where your hand can reach, right? You know it's there, and you're just so super frustrated because you can't reach it. And I just gave you the method for how to get to that frequency, but you're not going to just automatically one day be there. You have to start the process, okay?
Okay. I'm starting the process.
All right, sweetie. All right, sweetie. Talk to you soon.
Okay. All right. Yes, we definitely will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Ooh, my finger hit Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hello. Who am I speaking with? Hello.
This is Anita.
How can I help you?
So I'm the lovely lady you mentioned in the email. And
oh, cool.
I know that I am in this lifetime to be super abundant, and yet I lost nearly everything I had zero money. I have a job now that pays $10 an hour, and things like that. And it's like I work on myself all day long on all sorts of different issues, and including abundance. And yet I'm still being paid $10 an hour, and it's just so frustrating to spend all this time and energy doing all of this and then not being able to understand what it is that's blocking me. And you told me in another session a few weeks ago about something that I had no idea was there. And so it's just like a frustration of how are we supposed to know what is there to work on? Does that make sense?
Okay. Sure. I understand what you're saying. And a couple things come to mind, but let's do this. Let's close your eyes for me, and everybody help with adding your energy to this to help Anita and everyone else on this call, because in essence, this is an issue for everybody, and it is about creating the opportunities and potentials for abundance. So currently, Anita, the way you are perceiving and your perception of your life is that it's the $10 an hour job that's going to have to change. But in energy work, it's not magic, actually. It is about opening your heart and allowing other opportunities to come to you, and then knowing when to take aligned action to bring it to fruition. So that's part of the responsibility. There have been a few, I want to call them gurus, but, like it comes to mind Sai Baba, who is actually able to take energy and actually manifest jewelry and the such from the energy. So what that means to those of us who are still here in this third dimension is that you still have to abide a bit by the protocol of this dimension, which means that your frequency has to be really super high to be able to bend the matrix, basically, and be able to, reform atoms, etc. So what you're asking is two things. We're not doing magic, right? And working on ourselves is important in order to open our hearts so that we can bring more opportunities and potentials that are of a higher vibration. So that's where we're working today. And then for you to be able to receive and perceive what those potentials and opportunities are. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. So when you say you're working on yourself, it's to raise your vibration so that you can have better opportunities and choices come to you, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that's where we're gonna work here, because there has to be more that is blocking you from being able to raise your vibration high enough. So let's do that. So roll your eyes up toward your eyebrows and get into that theta brainwave state. Just take a deep breath. And again, as I said, for everybody, knowing aligned action is super, super big and super important, because we have to know when to take action. Running around and taking any action doesn't make sense either. Knowing when to, this is an opportunity or it's not an opportunity, that's important. And being able to draw these opportunities to you is important. So there are many things happening, and so we're going to work to release, for you, Anita, and everybody on the call, the blocks and the beliefs and the habits and the programs that keep the blinders on So you're unable to recognize opportunities and potentials. And actually, it doesn't feel like you're not having them, but they're not what you're hoping for. So you're not receiving them and really considering them. So the next time when you are calling to you something, Anita, or you're every day working on yourself and asking for opportunities and potentials to come, when they come, instead of your mind analyzing it, okay, is this going to get me any further ahead? Well, I might have to take an $8 an hour job in order to go back to school. Whatever it is, whatever the mental part of you is saying, okay, that doesn't work, that doesn't fit the criteria, that I don't really want to do that. I want you to breathe, go into this theta state, go put on one of my MP3s, and ask for the guidance that you need. Is it something you should do or pass on? Okay? Two simple questions. Is it something I should do, or should I, pass and wait for the next thing? Because it's not that they're not coming. It's just that they don't look like what you feel you were wanting. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Although I haven't been perceiving that there's opportunities, that there's other things available to me. So it's like, yeah, so it's
but you have to understand it's a mental block. This is what we're saying. It does, let's say this, okay. I'm going to this is what they're showing me. So let's talk about a crosswalk across a busy street, right? Yes. And the crosswalk is already blinking red for you not to cross, right? But it's blinking. So you're standing in the middle of the road going, is this an opportunity for me to cross, or should I just wait right here in the middle where nobody's going to hit me and I'm not really sure, maybe I should sprint, maybe I shouldn't. But in the hesitation, you miss the opportunity either way, and then you're kind of stuck. So it may or may not look like an opportunity, but I'm talking about the very simplest of things, and it might just be somebody asked you to go to lunch with them, and in that lunch you're having a conversation that comes up, and then there's somebody else for you to talk to or meet or go to an event. It is that simple. We're talking, it's these type of things that you don't perceive as an opportunity, but actually where you are, that for you is the beginning, where you have to take each little step and even start manifesting steps yourself. Like, okay, this person has a really interesting job. I want to ask them to meet me for a cup of coffee and quiz them. Like, you have to start the energetic moving sometimes, because waiting for it to come to you isn't always the answer either. And I feel like you have to start the energy. You have to start moving, because waiting for it to come is, it doesn't work for anybody. Even for me, I have to send out emails to people. I still have to call people. I still have to do stuff to get energy moving. I was just saying yesterday that an email I sent out January 15th, they responded back to me yesterday, May 15th, with an opportunity to work with them. So that's what I'm saying, that if I'd never sent that email, even 4 months later, I would not have an opening. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that inspire you now?
I understand what you're saying, and I agree that taking action is necessary. However, I oftentimes happen to clue what action to take.
Exactly.
It's like,
that's the question to your higher self. You asked, how do you know, and what does your higher self want you to do? You need to ask your higher self, show me the next step. Show me the next person I should be speaking to. What is the next step I should take? It's very simple things. Do not make it a complex question, and wait for the answer. That's what you're waiting for, if anything. And you're sending the energy until you feel within yourself that that's an answer. All right, okay. We're going to do this. We're going to do this clearing, because it's a mental thing for everybody. where the mind wants to understand. All right, so that's what this tells me, is that the idea is, again, that we're not going to always have the total understanding. It's just being able to connect with your higher self and hear or feel that you're being supported and that the answer is there for you. And this is the part where we have to trust and believe that what we're feeling and hearing is part of the answer, and that the answer isn't going to tie it all up in a bow. It's more like a treasure hunt or a scavenger hunt, however you want to see it. It's giving you the next step and the next step. And as you get better and better about connecting with these higher vibrational energy and connecting with your higher self, you might sometimes get to skip ahead a few steps, but for the most part, it is part of our journey to be able to listen, to trust ourselves, and to be able to take the steps needed to move forward. All right? So we're going to do this clearing right now to help people to open their hearts to hear, to connect within themselves, to hear their higher self, and to be in aligned action, to be able to move on what they hear, even if their mind is wanting to tell them something else, that you trust your inner voice. This is all about becoming connected within ourselves. It makes that job so much easier. Hello, this is Gabrielle.
This is Lena.
Hi, Lena.
Yes, hi. And I have a question. I have some energy that's blocking my throat and my ears. I actually can hear it. It's talking. And I'm wondering what you can see. What kind of energy is that?
All right. Lena, close your eyes and roll them up. We're going to do a cleanup for you and for everyone. If everyone will join in with me, rolling your eyes up toward your eyebrows, and this is what I like to call my daily grime and slime cleanup and negative energies and entities. Very important, especially as we're running around day to day and we're out there. My favorite is talking about going to the big box stores where we run into all sorts of people's emotions and feelings and fears and various other things. So right now we're going to work to disconnect these energies from our energetic field and provide each of us with the golden white light down into every cell of our being to release and heal all of our beliefs and permission that has allowed this connection, and for the taking of our energy as well. All right. All right. My suggestion is that you continue to do the work to heal your heart, Lena. It's very important for all of us to heal our heart, open our heart, strengthen our energetic field, because that makes us less susceptible to having other entities and energies connecting with us and taking our energy, and even being able to influence us, by talking to us or giving us little nudges that are, not positive.
Right.
So for you, sweetie, you're going to keep doing the work. I've done the cleanup around you,
Mm-hmm.
But there's some bigger, deeper stuff that is going to, it would require deeper work than what I'm going to be able to do on the call right now. But everybody will benefit, and we've helped you release some, but I can tell you that I see it attached to your shoulder, and that there are some agreements that allow that to be, and in doing the general release of the agreements, it is still there, which tells me that it's, like I said, it's more complex than just the basic, which I think you already know because you've already tried, and right?
Right. It's something like from past life, the agreements.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
And it's old. It's old, and when that happens, when an energy or entity travels with you, the connection is a lot stronger because you have agreements and contracts and permissions that were given at the time of the binding. So, like I said, it's more complex, and it would require me to really dig in there and release all of these ways that this entity has bound to you, and the lifetime that it's from, it was your familiar. So we've got a lot. Ooh, I'm just getting goosebumps. So there's a lot there, sweetheart. And you too should contact me privately, and we will set something up because, like I said, yours, as you already knew, is quite complex. And yes, I see it, I understand, but again, we'll have to work on that in private, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Gabrielle. Thank you.
You're welcome, hon. All right. We're going to take one more call, and so you keep popping up every time I scroll through the names. Miss Bellevue, Washington. Who is this? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi, I can. Who is this?
You can. I didn't have to push any buttons.
No, because your name just keeps like popping off my screen.
Wow.
See
wow.
that's your energetic jump. That's your energetic hand raise. It goes, me. And I'm like, okay, well, finally, we're going to pick on you. Go ahead and tell me your name, please.
Golly. Well, my name is, my initial is K.
Okay. Go ahead. How can I help you?
Well, that's interesting. I was just thinking about, I really need to try to start talking to you from what you said from the person who was previous. Well, I guess I'll just start with this dream I had of a spider web, and I was brushing it away because I knew a spider was coming to bite me, but instead a worm came, a worm with a face. It was like 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches with a face, and it bit me. And I've been feeling really sad and bad lately, and that's not unusual. It's just that I just had a clearing and a soul return and an inner child return, and then it just feels like everything that was cleared off, that something came and took its place. And this is kind of a recurring thing. So
you have a repetitive cycle. When you clear something, you get something back, and sometimes it's worse than what you thought you cleared. So it's a cycle?
It has been going on for a while. I was psychically attacked about 10 years ago by a professional, and I've had professionals work on me. And, I just sort of, that whole clear it, and then I'll have another dream where I'm shot or bitten or something, and it just sort of sticks with me. So I wondered, because I heard the previous woman, I wondered was something similar.
Well, we have several things happening all at once, of course. It's first, for some very interesting reason. You know, I don't know what these things are called. It's a children's toy. I don't think that they make them anymore now with the advent of modern technology. But when I was a child, they were these little viewfinder things, and you put little discs in them, and you click the side, and then it like was negatives of pictures, right? But you look in there, and then like you can see this whole picture show happen.
Sure, yeah, one of my favorite toys.
And yeah, I don't even know what it's called right anymore.
Viewmaster.
But okay, very nice. So you know what it is. So it means something to you. So this is what you keep showing me.
I must be older than you.
No, I played with that as a child. I know what it is. I just haven't. You know, it's not anything significant to me, so I don't remember it. But they're showing it to me clearly, and obviously it is something significant to you. But what I get from what they're showing me is that there's this picture that you keep seeing, actually, and it's a picture of, I'm going to go with it looks like would be the back side of a very tall man and a little boy. The little boy is actually holding a teddy bear. And the little boy is in like red shorts and a striped T-shirt. So this picture is a past life, not a current. And it's like you know how you feel when you're out. It's by the water. Did I say it's on the beach? You're walking on the beach. It's walking on the beach. Did I add that part, or am I just seeing it and I didn't mention it? Anyway, but it's as if you never reach the end. It's not a happy picture. It's like if I had to say it's from youth to old age, it never ends is how it feels. This endless spate of land, beach, ocean, doesn't matter. It's like it just looks out and it just goes on forever. So part of this for you is ending that cycle where, you know, I guess if it were a different person, you might have shown me a treadmill, right, where you just do the same cycle over and over. But in this case for you, it's that long journey never ending. So we're going to see what we can do to get you off that circular, that thing that goes round and round. You click it and you just see the same pictures over and over.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm connecting. Wow.
Yeah, sorry, I got. Yeah, that's what I mean by a lot of information all at once. Mm-hmm. You have a lot going on, and connecting with you, it's like 3 or 4 different stories all at the same time.
That's absolutely true. It's quite overwhelming.
I told you were hopping off my screen. Isn't that awesome?
That is very awesome.
I think it's amazing how energy works. I really love it. All right, so we're gonna take care of this piece where we get you off that circular motion, that just the same thing over and over, never ending, going on and on from birth to death. That's what that all means. Take a deep breath for me. We're providing you the healing energy that you need, and the keys and the codes to break this cycle and to cancel all that no longer serves you in a positive way. We want it to be released. Right, just hold the energy for a minute. All right. So that is now, I did the work to release that and as many others that are running to be released as well, to help you so you can step off this and actually start moving in a positive direction. Okay? Let me know how it goes. And you too continue to listen to the audios and whatever you need to do to continue to raise your vibration. The higher that you raise it, the faster that you'll be able to blow past all of this that has kind of kept you in this loop. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I look forward to hearing from you. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
All right, everyone. I can't believe how fast our time goes. Thank you so much for being here with me today and giving me this opportunity to connect with you and share my work with you and to assist you. I really appreciate it. I send you much love, light, and abundance. And if you feel called to work with me, go out to my regular website, GabrielleSpencer.com, and opt in to the several amazing healing and clearing audios that are out there. The more you do them, the higher your frequency will be raised, and the lighter and lighter your heart will feel, and the more your life will change for the positive. Thank you very much. Love you. Namaste.
If you are ready to work with Gabrielle and open your heart to unlimited abundance, go to uanow.net/apply.